Day number 12. So I'm alive, but Matt shot the video yesterday by himself, and if you hadn't done it, everyone would still be waiting on day number 11 video because there was no way I was going to be able to get it done. So thank you for, I don't know how you handled it, doing all that talking without me.
That was the shortest video of the whole series.
But don't worry, I'm back with more words. So today, day number 12, we're talking about praying for Israel. How do you pray for Israel?
I think the two things that I pray for most of all is that people from Israel will be saved. I know that biblically speaking, it is something hard for them to get over, maybe harder than any other people group in the sense that they just totally reject Jesus Christ, and to get through to them that Jesus is the Messiah that they're looking for and not somebody else is a huge prayer request and something that we just continue to ask God to do in Jewish people that we know and in Jewish people that that we don't know. The second thing is just for the peace of Israel and for Israel as a nation, as a country, and just supporting them. The Bible promises that God will bless those that bless Israel and curse those that curse Israel. And I believe that's a promise that's still alive and well today. And so down on your prayer list, if nothing else, I think it'd be good for you to pray that God would bless Israel and that we could support Israel as a country and just as a person and as a church family in any way that we possibly can. Those are the two major things that I pray for them. You got anything to add to that?
I pray, well, first of all, I thought it was boring to pray for Israel. And I mean, if I'm being really honest, it still is a little bit boring because I'm just praying out of obedience. Like, I've never been to Israel. I mean, I read about Israel in the Bible, and obviously I care about it because God cares about it, and I know that it's how Jesus came to us. But I started praying that God would bring Jewish people into my sphere. And shortly after I prayed that, a woman came to our church and she was saved. She is a Jewish woman, and she was saved out of Judaism. So it was really neat to hear her testimony, and then I was excited to write that down in the praise section of my journal. And just being able to hear her testimony was exciting for me. So, and then I pray that God will save Jewish people in our sphere and in our county. That that if there's any people that are of Jewish descent in our county, that we would be able to reach them. So, those are just two little extra things that I pray for them. So today, a little bit of encouragement. One thing about prayer is that it takes time, and it's easy for me to say I don't have time to go through and pray through my prayer journal. It is an investment of time, and you're probably finding that to go through your prayer journal, prayer assignments every day, that you're like, man, this is taking me some time. And so I think about Ephesians chapter 5, verse 16. It says, redeeming the time because the days are evil. And redeeming the time has the idea of buying up an opportunity. If there's an opportunity there, to snatch it up, to take it. The idea of seizing the day, of plucking, like when fruit is ripe, taking it when it's right there, because if you don't take it when it's right there, then it's going to fall to the ground and you're not going to have it anymore. So time is precious, and once you use time, it's gone. Once it's gone, it's gone. You can never get it back. And so we do have time, but it's just choosing to use it to pray. And I feel like a lot of times, in my flesh, I feel like prayer is a waste of time. Like, I'm like, I could be doing something else right now. I could be getting something else done. I could be folding the laundry. It just feels like sometimes I'm just restless in prayer. And while I'm praying, because I feel like it's not accomplishing anything. Well, first of all, the best use of our time is prayer. The best thing that I can be doing for my family is praying for them. As we've talked so much already about the spiritual needs that we're praying over. And so the most important thing that I can be doing for my family and serving other people is praying for them. But then just, I was wanting you to say too, like how you, I have a couple things as far as how I'm able to redeem the time, like just ways that are helping me to get it done and to take up the opportunity when it's there. So
I think like if you are scheduled, you think I need 30 minutes to pray through all the things I have to pray for today, and you wake up late or something comes up, you have little children around who knows what's going to happen first thing in the morning. And so now instead of this 30-minute of totally blocked time, you have 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Instead of just pushing it all off and just saying, well, I'll find that 30 minutes later in the day, or I'll do it tonight or something like that, is just to go ahead and take 5 minutes, to go ahead and take 10 minutes and just begin your list. So whether it be like I know I've shared with this in the past, just the 6 things that I pray for every day for the month. Those are the ones I at least say, hey, I'm going to do this every day, and just kind of get going in there. That usually kind of carries over to a few other requests. And then you're just kind of looking for different pockets of time throughout the day. It may be on your commute to work. It may be on a break that you have. It may be at lunchtime. But that's the idea of redeeming the time is, if you've maybe missed your clear window in the morning, is to take what you can, and then not just to forget it completely. But even if you just get through half of your prayer list during the day, I mean, ideally you get through it all and you work through it all faithfully every day. But there are times when just stuff comes up, life happens, and so to do what you can and buying up all the little extra time around it, and maybe even just like a rule of like saying, hey, I'm not going to get on Facebook. Of course, you wouldn't be able to watch this video if you do this, but I'm not going to get on Facebook and scroll on Facebook until I've prayed through my prayer list. Because if we have
time for that, then we have time to pray. So I will, a lot of times I'll go through when I wake up in the morning, I think I have dragons to slay, and I need to slay as many dragons as I can, as fast as I can, like the main things: prayer, reading my Bible, getting my workout done for the day. So I'm thinking, I know it's a weird way to think about it, but prayer to me is a dragon that I need to slay. Like, I need to get it done. I need to focus, and I need to work hard to get it finished and get it done. So I sometimes I've done different things, but in the winter when it's freezing cold, I would sit up in my bed and I would pray over my daily stuff, and then I would pray over the other stuff later in the morning, like when I was on the way to taking the kids to school or whatever. But splitting it up sometimes makes it a little bit more doable. So you might have a break at work or a different pocket of time throughout the day when you can pray over those other things. And then also what it does is it's not, it shouldn't feel like, I'm praying over all this stuff, just get it done. Like, I want to be able to focus in prayer, and so being able to pray over my daily stuff and being able to focus on that, and then that's finished, and now I can really focus on praying for all these other things, my daily assignments. So if you say that you don't have time to pray, it is simply not true. It's never been true. It's not true. Because you have opportunities. There's times in everybody's day where there's just mindless time-killing time, whether you're in the car or you're folding laundry or you're washing dishes. I would say when you're in the shower, but then you get your prayer journal all wet. So I don't know. We don't have an invention for that yet. But you have pockets of time where you can pray. So look for those opportunities and use them. But I think that just even making the commitment to say, no matter what happens, just like what you're doing right now and being in this 30-day prayer challenge, saying no matter what happens, I'm going to do it. I guarantee, I'm positive that you've already seen that you've been like, wow, I have this opportunity to pray, and you've already done that, so that's a good thing. But redeeming the time, buying up the opportunity, using the time that you have, and getting it done. So day number 12.